right, what's poppin', everybody? Let's get into some things. Get in here, everybody, get in here. So, Super Freaky Girl. Everybody's been blowing me up. You guys been wanting to know what are my thoughts on Super Freaky Girl. So we're going to talk about Super Freaky Girl, Nicki Minaj. Her latest single, lead single. I'm assuming for the 15th thing, or just a single that she's putting out to see what it do. Depending on what it do, it may or may not go on the album. Okay, and we're also going to talk about why I don't ever need another Queen Radio in my life again. Okay, I'm sure some of you guys will be triggered by this live. By this video, but it is what it is. These are my thoughts. All right, so I'm gonna just start with Super Freaky Girl. I want to say, Barbs. This is a moment for you guys to celebrate. You guys have been streaming. You guys have been purchasing. It is #1 on iTunes in all genres for purchases and streams. So you guys are doing your big ones with that, okay, as you should be doing. Okay, and so Super Freaky Girl, to the general public, to the masses, is a solid record, having over 100,000 copies sold. Something crazy like that. Over 100,000 copies sold. It's some crazy number like that. So the fans are definitely purchasing and they're buying. And so I can't say anything negative about that. That is what a fan base like Nicki Minaj should be doing. They should be streaming. They should be buying. Will this record go #1? I don't know. Will it go top 10? Hopefully. I'm hoping for a #1. I hope she gets a #1 record. Now, if it were me, do I think it deserves a #1? No. I don't think that the record is a #1 record. I just don't. I don't think it's going #1. If it goes #1, I'd be shocked, but I don't think it's a #1 record. I honestly, personally, I don't like the record. I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time I listen to the record, I kind of zone out, so I haven't even really gotten through the record. And I really don't like verse 2 because it's a recycled verse and a recycled flow. So when we start getting into, flows and flow changes and things like that, we have to start holding Nicki Minaj accountable. This is her second song where she's done a recycled flow. Okay, the first song was "Do We Have a Problem?" and I think either on the first verse or the second verse, that flow was a little reminiscences. I don't know how you say that word, but it reminded me of the "Welcome to the Party" remix of Pop Smoke. Go back and listen to it and bring it back, and you'll see. And here she is recycling another flow. In this one, I don't remember. Oh, so now nigga, bust him down, some down. Rule #1 to be a boss, never let a cloud. Yeah, that one. Boom. That's what it is. So she's recycling Boss Bitch. Is that it? Is that the record? I think that's the record. Anyway, she's done this twice now. So I'm bored with that. I've heard it, and here's the thing: when you are Nicki Minaj and your flows and your raps are so iconic, you don't really get to recycle too much. Unfortunately, that comes with the territory, though, and so we are very hard on a lot of other girls who do the same flow, who don't recycle flows. Who recycle flows, but Nicki Minaj has recycled the same flow twice. The first one, she snuck that in. Okay. But this one is a clear recycle flow, and I'm not here for it, okay? On top of that, this is just not my style, my favorite Nicki Minaj style. However, I know why she did this record. This is her radio record, okay? This is the sample. This is her Anaconda moment. Anaconda was her biggest record. So perhaps, this will top Anaconda. Anaconda debuted at #2. Hopefully this will top Anaconda and go #1. So we will see. I personally wouldn't give this a #1 record. But it'd be interesting with 100,000 copies sold already, and it's #1 in all genres. Maybe this will be top 5, top 10. Maybe she'll get a #1. I just don't see her getting a #1 over Beyonce right now. I just don't see it. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, again, guys, I'm not really feeling this record. I don't really like. It's kind of boring. It's not really exciting. It doesn't really, show Nicki Minaj lyrically, her ability. It really doesn't really stretch her rap style. It's nothing. It's not giving me anything creative with her flow and versatility. It's just giving me, something that worked in the past, and we're going to try to do it again. And because this is a single solo record, a lot of her fans are behind it, you know what I mean? And it's a radio kind of friendly record. So here's the thing, if it does good, bravo, you know what I mean? Like I said, I want the record to do good just because I want to see her do well on her own project, right? And I want, you know, that let's even the score, let's up the ante. So it doesn't do anything for her not to do well, because that's what keeps it interesting. So I would love for this record to go number one, just for the pure fact that, you know, let's keep it going. Let's keep the competition going. Let's keep the sport alive. So I'm hoping that this does do number one, do amazing numbers. And as of right now, it's doing good numbers. But honestly, it's just not a record that I like. I don't like to listen to it. It's pretty boring, if you ask me. I don't like the flow. I don't like the vibe of the song. It's not. It doesn't really stretch her rapability. It doesn't showcase any true talent that she has. This is something that we've heard before. Honestly, it's the same style. It's the same flows. This is nothing new. This is Anaconda 2.0 mixed with Boss Chick or whatever that other record is. So to me, this is meh. It's boring. I'm not really impressed. This is nothing innovative. This is nothing creative. This is not a smash hit to me. Whether it goes number one or not, I think the record is trash. I think it will do good in the bars, in the clubs, and the pop clubs, and the top 40 clubs, and the hip hop places. They'll play. It's fun, but this is not the Nicki Minaj that I like. But the Nicki Minaj that I like doesn't really chart. So I understand she's got to give us the chart, the sales Nicki, and then she's got to give us hip hop Nicki. This ain't really hip hop Nicki. This is get me some numbers Nicki. Okay, get me some nominations, Nicki. So I get it. So everybody got those records. Everybody has those songs. Everybody, all the girls, everybody can't be hip hop because unfortunately those records aren't always the hits. So you got to kind of do the poppy top 40 mainstream stuff to kind of get the hits and get the stripes and get the accolades and get the charms and the badges. So I understand her doing what she needs to do for that. And so for that, I'm not really going to hate. This cover art is basic. I think that she's done more creative stuff. More fan art has been more creative than this. So I'm not really a fan of the cover art either. I just don't like it. And when it comes down to Queen Radio, I have to be honest with you. I don't need another Queen Radio a day in my life. And if you want to know why, people are saying why, because she wasn't being messy. Absolutely. I think that she's got us to a point where Queen Radio, we are expecting fireworks, a light show, a performance. And quite frankly, I was bored. She was over 2 hours late as usual, but this time it just felt really, really late. And she drugged the whole thing out, and I think I'm over the Queen Radio era because I'm honestly over the Drake Wayne Nicki link up. The Young Money link up that was hot in the 2010s, and we're in 2022. I'm over it. I'm over the Wayne, Drake, Nicki. You should be too. That's not calling, that's not no big surprise. We're not excited about that anymore. I think also the reason why I'm over it, if I'm being honest with you, I kind of feel like, Queen Radio is dead. Queen Radio and Apple was the best partnership ever. I don't even know if she was in the studio at this point because they couldn't even hook up. They didn't even have the audio hooked up with the phone. I personally feel as though that Apple Music and Queen Radio were the best pairing. It just created a beautiful listening experience. The audio was crisp. It was clean. You felt like, wow, real radio is coming back. And then you could get little glimpses of her in the studio. And then you had people coming in the studio and she was talking to guests here and there. It was just an amazing thing. That was a truly, truly, truly an era. And I'm not really sure what happened between Apple and Queen Radio. Some people are saying that they wanted Nicki Minaj to commit and she couldn't commit to a time. She couldn't, commit to a certain amount of episodes or whatever, and so they ended up ending the partnership. I personally do not like this AMP app situation. I get it, but it's just not Apple Music, and it's just, quite frankly, the quality of it is just trash, honestly. And I just feel like, with the caliber of Nicki Minaj, if she didn't want to do Apple Music, perhaps she could have did a Spotify deal, something. But I just, this, I'm not really a big fan of that, and I just think that Queen Radio, all of is boring. Because it's the same antics. She knows what we're coming for. She says she's going to give out all of these awards. The Blank Sucker of the Year Day Award. Trash Blogger of the Year, and all these salacious titles and these interesting things to bring the people in. Yet she says 0 names, and then half the time doesn't even get to the thing that she said she was going to do to bring us into the show. But we just watch the show and listen to her songs over and over and over. And I get it, we're streaming, we're doing what we have to do, but to me, I don't need to be tricked or bamboozled. And now I'm bored, because now you're calling Wayne and Drake and you're talking about a whole bunch of nothing for 2.5 hours. Now, I did see that throughout the weekend, since that she's done 2 or 3 or 4 different lives. I haven't been there, so I don't know what she said, because like I said, I'm kind of done with the Queen Radio era. I'm not even interested. Queen Radio is not what it used to be, and I just really don't have 2 and 3 hours of my time to give to a bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? Anymore. Also, what I did think was interesting, though, is that she did take time out to drag subliminally Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I'm not really sure what the issue is with Megan Thee Stallion, but on Queen Radio, she did allude to the fact that Megan Thee Stallion has slept with half of the industry, was thirstfully in her DMs, and because she get likes and stuff on Instagram does not mean that she will get album sales. Okay, so she's pretty much saying that Megan Thee Stallion is trash, Megan Thee Stallion does not sell, and Megan Thee Stallion is a flip-flopper, opportunist, and a user. Okay, now some of that stuff could be true when you talk about opportunists and a user, or maybe Megan Thee Stallion was just doing her thing, and maybe Megan Thee Stallion didn't want to be Bia, because I mean, yeah, Bia's performing, but where really is Bia? You know what I mean? We see Bia every summer doing the Rolling Loud circuit. Half of those girls don't even get paid for that stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing nobody even really gets paid for those festival circuits, because there's so much exposure. So, I mean, all you have to do is apply for it. Some of them, hell, pay to go. You apply for it, you get approved, and you start performing at these, festivals and things like that. So, don't be fooled by that. There's many people that perform at festivals, but we really don't see Bia outside really doing numbers, really doing shows like that, unless it's festival season, And at the end of the day, I think that Megan Thee Stallion wanted to be bigger than Nicki Minaj's, princess or puppet or whatever. But I do feel like Nicki Minaj felt the way, because Megan Thee Stallion would probably sit and talk about Cardi B to her and talk about other rappers that they felt were trash in the industry, and somehow Megan Thee Stallion did a number on Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj feels the way. She feels like she was slew-footed, bamboozled, and tricked, right? And Megan Thee Stallion had a whole nother plan. Megan Thee Stallion wanted to be one of the it girls, and Megan Thee Stallion did not want to be a sidekick girl, right? So Megan Thee Stallion wanted to be compared to the Nickis and the Cardis and, amongst the elite girls. Megan Thee Stallion did not want to be a friend too. And I think that Nicki Minaj felt some type of way, because Nicki Minaj felt used by Megan Thee Stallion, because we hadn't really seen Nicki Minaj, sitting with another pretty rap girl on camera doing live video and doing a music video with, And so I feel like Nicki Minaj felt like she gave Megan Thee Stallion a look, and Megan Thee Stallion pretty much used her. Some of that could be true. You know what I mean? I could see where Nicki would feel that way. And for a very long time, I told you guys that Nicki Minaj did not like Megan Thee Stallion. Many of you guys didn't believe me. Many of you guys told me that I was trying to pit black women against each other. And yet Nicki Minaj cannot stop dragging Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Megan Thee Stallion gives her nothing. She does not respond. She does not acknowledge her. And she does not speak in her direction. Nicki Minaj has called Megan Thee Stallion a drunk, a lush, trash, and she can't sell. Megan Thee Stallion continues to do her thing, and I think that, she doesn't I guess she doesn't have to have a reason to respond at this point, because she doesn't have the problem. She's now Megan Thee Stallion. She's performing everywhere, so I guess she doesn't really need a Nicki Minaj anymore, and she's had her, and so it is what it is. So I just think that that's just kind of the dynamic of their relationship. And now Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they have a great working relationship, and they're friends. So it is what it is. But as far as Super Freaky Girl, I think Super Freaky Girl is a hit for Nicki Minaj. It is a hit for her. It's a hit for her. I just think the record is trash. I think the record will definitely be a top 10. Top 5, I'm like, I don't know. Top 2, number 1, I will gag if it goes number 1. I just do not see this record going number 1. This record is not going number 1. It's not debuting at number 1, guys. It's not. I'm trying to see, is it even debuting at number in the top 5? I'm going top 10. I'm guessing. I just don't feel like this record is going number 1. But we'll see. And I'm sure if it goes number 1, you guys will be back here. But understand, if it does go number 1, I'm still happy for her, right? I would love it to go to top 10, top 5. And I would like it to go number 1 for the sport of rap. I don't like that this has to be the type of song to go number 1 for her. I would like it to be a more true to Nicki rap hip hop record to go to number 1 for her. But I understand, that those kind of records don't really stick for her. So it is what it is. But this will be great to have Nicki Minaj finally get a really, the only thing that she can do is get a number 1, because Anaconda went number 2. So she has to try to get this record to outdo Anaconda. So it'd be great if she can finally get a number 1 on her own, because Doja Cat has given her a number 1, and so has Tekashi. So she's got 2 number 1 records, but yet they are other people's songs. So it'd be great for Nicki Minaj in her career, while she's the queen, she can finally say, I'm the queen with a number 1 record on my own. You know what I mean? She's the queen of rap, but yet she does not have a Grammy, and she does not have a single solo number 1 record. All right, so that's pretty interesting as well if you look at all the optics. Yes, she's a great rapper, but is she a great artist and a performer and creator? I'd beg to differ. I don't know. But either way, we're here for Nicki Minaj. I think the song is trash. I zone out. There's nothing innovative about this record. We've heard this sound before. We've heard this flow before. Some of these verses, she's even said the same lines. And this is even a recycled verse. Like, this is trash. But her fans are buying into it, so that's all that matters. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think this record is just a hit? Or do you think this is a bunch of recycled trash that she's trying to, get a number 1 with? And that's personally how I feel. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right. See you next time. Peace out.